Just like a previous result here, we have to prove these two results using cos theta plus cos phi is equal to 0, sin theta plus sin phi is equal to 0. Okay, take a solution here. So here given that cos theta plus cos of phi is equal to 0, then sin theta plus sin of phi is equal to 0. Okay, then here take this one as equation number 1 here, and this one as equation number 2. Okay. So let us consider A is equal to cos theta plus I into sin of theta here, and B is equal to cos of phi plus I into sin of phi here. Then adding these two here, so A plus B is equal to cos theta plus I into sin of theta here, then plus cos of phi plus I into sin of phi here. Therefore, this is equal to, write the real parts in one bracket here. Cos theta and cos phi are the real parts here. So write in one bracket. And from remaining terms here, from remaining term means imaginary part, I is a common here. Then write here sin theta plus sin of phi. And this is equal to cos theta plus cos phi is 0 here, plus I into sin theta plus sin phi is also 0 from equations 1 and 2 here. Therefore, this becomes 0. A plus B is equal to 0. Then squaring on both sides here. Squaring on both sides. Then A plus B whole square becomes A square plus B square plus 2 into AB is equal to, right side 0 is there, means this is 0, this becomes 0. 0 square is 0. Then take 2AB right hand side here. So A square plus B square is equal to minus of 2 into AB here. But A is the cos theta plus sin theta, B is the cos phi plus sin phi, so replace here. Okay, therefore cos theta plus I sin theta, it's a square here, plus cos pi plus I into sin of pi, it's a square, is equal to minus of 2 into, here A is a cos theta plus I sin theta, cos theta plus I into sin of theta into, and B is a cos pi plus I sin pi. So cos of pi plus I into sin of pi. Okay, A is this one and B is this one. So just replace here. Okay. Then using De Moivre's theorem here. So this square is there. Take it to inside. Means using De Moivre's theorem, it becomes cos of 2 theta plus I into sin of 2 theta. Then plus here. And again using De Moivre's theorem here, cos of 2 pi plus I into sin of 2 into pi here, that is equal to minus of 2 here. Okay, and you know this result here. So cis theta 1 into cis theta 2 is equal to cis of theta 1 plus theta 2 here. So therefore this cis theta, this cis pi, its a product is given by, So cos of theta plus pi plus I into sin of theta plus pi. Bracket complete here. Then here in this case write a real parts in one bracket, imaginary parts in another bracket here. So first write a real parts in cos of 2 theta plus cos of 2 pi. These are the real parts here. And the imaginary part I is a common here, sin 2 theta plus sin of 2 pi. Bracket complete here. And this is equal to, take minus 2 inside here. Multiply this minus 2, this term as well as this term here. But minus is there. You know, allied angle formula. According to allied angle, so sin of pi plus theta is equal to minus of sin theta. And cos of pi plus theta is equal to minus of cos theta, because both comes under third quadrant here. In the third quadrant, both are negative. Here third quadrant here, third quadrant sin is negative, cos also negative. Therefore, if you take minus inside here, minus 2 into cos theta plus pi. Therefore, using this formula here, so 2 into cos of pi plus theta plus pi. Again minus 2 into this term here, so write here 2 into I, so sin of pi plus theta plus pi. Okay, here not this pi, so write like this here. Again equating real and imaginary parts here. Equating real and imaginary parts, we get a required result here. Okay, so real part is cos 2 theta plus cos 2 pi. Right side real part is 2 into cos of pi plus theta plus pi. We get this result. Imaginary part is this one here. Equate with the imaginary part, we get this result here. Therefore, equating real and imaginary parts, we get these two required results here. Again, proof not important for the competitive examination here. That results are very important here. So here, if xr is equal to cos pi upon 2 raised to r plus I into sin pi divided by 2 raised to r, then product of these terms up to infinity, x1 into x2 into x3 up to infinity is equal to minus 1 here. Very simple proof here. So x1 into x2 into x3 up to infinity here. That is equal to, here x1 means put r is equal to 1 here. Substitute r is equal to 1, we get cos of, so pi divided by 2 plus I into sin of pi divided by 2 here. So this is x1 here. Then into x2 means put r is equal to 2 here. Okay. Therefore cos of pi divided by 2 square plus I into sin of pi divided by 2 square here. Again bracket complete here. Then x3 means put r is equal to 3 here. So cos of pi divided by 2 cube plus I into sin of pi divided by 2 cube, bracket complete here, up to infinity here. Up to infinity. Okay. So you know this result here. So since theta 1 into cis of theta 2 and so on is equal to cis of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus and so on here. So using that result here. So this is equal to cos of pi divided by 2, then plus here pi divided by 2 square, then plus pi divided by 2 cube and continue like that here. Then plus I into sine of pi divided by 2 plus pi divided by 2 square plus pi divided by 2 cube and continue like that here. Then you can take pi by 2 common factor here. So therefore this is equal to cos of. So pi divided by 2 is the common factor here. Then remaining is here 1 plus. Then here remaining is 1 divided by 2 plus. Here it is 1 upon 3, 1 by 2 square here. 1 by 2 square. And sorry. 1 here also. Plus I into sine of pi divided by 2 is the common factor here. Then 1 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 2 square and continue like that here. So these are in the GPS. Okay. Here so 1 by 2, 1 by 2 square and so on are in the GP. Therefore A is equal to 1 here and R is equal to 1 by 2. And these are up to infinite terms here. Up to infinite terms, therefore its sum is given by the formula A divided by 1 minus R here. Okay, if R is less than 1 here, then you can use this formula S equal to A upon 1 minus R here. Sum to infinite terms of a GP is given by this formula. This formula applicable only when R is less than 1 here. Remember here. Then A value 1 here. 1 minus of 1 by 2. Therefore, 1 divided by 2 ones are 2. 2 minus 1 becomes 1. 1 by 2 here. 1 by 2 goes to numerator, it gives 2. Therefore, its sum is 2 and its sum is 2 here. Therefore, this is equal to cos of pi divided by 2 into 2 plus I into sine of pi divided by 2 into 2 here. Then this 2 cancels, this 2 cancels here. And you know, cos pi value minus 1 here and sine of pi is 0. So cos of pi is minus 1. I into sine pi is 0 here. Therefore the answer is minus 1 here. So its product is minus 1. It's a required result here. In this case, if x plus 1 upon x is equal to 2 cos alpha and y plus 1 upon y is equal to 2 into cos beta, then these are the two required results here. You already proved here, suppose if x is equal to cos of theta plus I into sin theta, then its reciprocal becomes 1 upon x is equal to cos theta minus of I into sin theta. Beginning only you already proved here. Okay, means take it's a reciprocal and rationalize here. After rationalizing, we get the cos theta minus I sin theta. Then here if you add it here, x plus 1 upon x is equal to I sin theta minus I sin theta cancel, cos theta plus cos theta becomes 2 into cos of theta. Therefore, if x is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta, then x plus 1 upon x equal to 2 cos theta. Therefore, if x plus 1 upon x is 2 cos theta, then you can take this result here. Therefore, they given here In this case, x plus 1 upon x is equal to 2 into cos of alpha, and y plus 1 upon y is equal to 2 into cos of beta f. Therefore, according to that result here, x is equal to cos alpha plus I into sin of alpha, and y is equal to cos of beta plus I into sin of beta. Again we are using that result here. Then x raised to m terms are there. So x raised to m is equal to this raised to m. This raised to m, using de Moivre's theorem here, it becomes a cos of m alpha plus I into sin of m alpha, and y raised to n terms are there. Y raised to n, here also y raised to n. So y raised to n. This term raised to n here, using de Moivre's theorem, we can write here cos of n beta plus I into sin of n beta. Next, x raised to m upon y raised to n here. Therefore, x raised to m divided by y raised to n is equal to x raised to m is a cos of m alpha plus I into sin of m alpha here divided by y raised to n is this here cos of n beta plus I into sin of n beta. And you know one more result here. Since theta 1 divided by since theta 2 is equal to since of theta 1 minus theta 2. Using this result here, this is since m alpha and this is since n beta here. So this upon this, using that formula here, I am writing here cos of m alpha minus of n beta plus I into sin of m alpha minus of n beta. Okay, using this formula. And one more result, just observe here. Suppose x is cos theta plus I sin theta. If you take its reciprocal here, 1 by x, then it becomes cos theta minus I sin theta. I am taking its reciprocal here. Y raised to n divided by x raised to m. We are taking this term reciprocal here. Then this plus becomes a minus here. Cos of m alpha minus of n beta minus I into sin of m alpha minus of n beta. So this plus becomes a minus here. Now we are adding these two results here. So therefore first required result, adding it here. X raised to m divided by y raised to n plus y raised to n divided by x raised to m is equal to, if we add this term cancels here. These two term get cancels. This plus this gives 2 into cos of m alpha minus of n beta. Then subtracting these two here. So second required result here, x raised to m divided by y raised to n minus of y raised to n divided by x raised to m is equal to this term minus this term here. This minus become plus here. Then this cos cancels. This term plus this term is 2 into I sin of m alpha minus of n beta.